Hi, we've reached the 15th episode of Easy Flamenco, Flamenco Facile, and this week I'd like to talk a bit more about buleria. I'll continue doing so in the coming weeks. Yes, because some Flamenco Facile students are still unclear about how the chords fit into the compass of buleria. So, let's clarify. The compass is nothing more than the measure or beat, which is in 12 movements. These 12 movements have accents that are irregular, unlike, for example, a waltz or 4/4 time. Instead, there is an accent on the 3rd, 6th, 8th, 10th, and 12th beats. Therefore, in flamenco, there is a sort of code, where, at the moment a chord change happens, it's easy for the other artists to understand where they are in the compass. It's quite simple. Now, let's say we're in the key of D minor, yes, because the progression is practically the classic Andalusian one.
È quello del giro, quello classico andaluso.
If we play in this key, it's por medio, as they say. Otherwise, it's por arriba, with the higher chords on the fretboard being a minor, G, F, and E flat 9. Just a clarification, when I mention D minor or a minor chords, I'm referring to the positions, not the actual chords, because in this case, I'm using a capo on the 3rd fret, okay? So, technically, Andalusians call this chord at the tres por medio. It's essentially an A chord with a flat 9th, played on the central strings, which is why it's called por medio. Otherwise, it's an E chord with a flat 9th and it's tres por arriba, meaning higher, okay? Now, the standard progression goes like this. Starting from the 12th beat, which is the last one of the compass, and it's accented, we go to B, that is, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Andiamo su B 12, cioè 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 e 10.
I call the 11th beat and the 12th beat A and B, respectively, because the word 11 has too many syllables, and if you count quickly, it's difficult to keep time. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 becomes a bit complicated. Instead, the Spanish use 1 for the 11th beat and 2 for the 12th, but obviously, there can be confusion because 1 and 2 repeat. They count
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 e ripetono.
To avoid this confusion, I call the 11th beat A and the 12th B.
Quindi B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 A B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 A B.
As you can see, I accent the 12th beat by tapping the soundboard. B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, A, B. I start from B because buleria has a rather intense tempo, so it starts on an accented beat. I start from B, move to an open B flat chord on the 3rd beat, and return to A on the 10th beat, okay? Of course, this is a very simplified and basic version of the progression. There is an alternative, a bit more varied. B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, I put A C 7th 9th chord, return to B flat on the 8th beat, and then go back to A on the 10th.
Quindi B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 A
As you can notice, I play the accented beats with a snapping finger technique, which is the so-called schicchera, in Italian. For the other non-accented beats, I strike lightly on the downbeat, and on the upbeat, I give a soft upstroke. So,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah?
okay, I'd say let's stop here because the topic of buleria is very complex and requires in-depth study. I invite you to join Flamenco Facile, where you'll find all the information about buleria and other palos, that is, the fundamental styles of flamenco. I also remind you to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week, okay? Bye, and see you soon.